Hey guys, so for this video I'll be showing my collection that I have for AOA. AOA is actually one of my ultimate favorite K-pop girl groups of all time. I've been into them since they debuted, so yeah, I love them so much. So I'll just show you guys my collection and then talk about them as I show you guys the albums. So let's get started. So the first album that I have from AOA is their debut single, Angel Story. And this includes their debut track, Elvis, which is also the fandom name. So I think it's really nice that Elvis is the first song they had, and it's also the fan's name. And they were doing that band concept, but that didn't really do much. But I really enjoyed it, but they didn't get that much attention. And then they tried it once again with Get Out, which is another great single. And this packaging, is just a poster, so it's not that. And it comes with the photo card as well. So Wannabe was okay. It wasn't a success, unfortunately, but Get Out is a really good song. If you haven't listened to that one, please do. And up next is their Red Motion single, which features the title track Confused. And this is when they started getting more attention. Before this, they had a single with AOA Black, which I am dying to have that single, but it's so hard to find. But then again, they canceled that subunit, and Yukyun is not like a member anymore. Well, she's technically not a member since she's not under FNC, but supposedly she goes to concerts or something like that. But then they had this, and then FNC had like a reality show, and they saw the fans' reaction to a sexier side of AOA, and that's like the main reason why AOA switched to that more sexier, pushing the like that sexier side of their music, and that's the main reason because of the reaction that they got. But Confused wasn't a success, but it was testing the waters how people reacted. But yet again, another good song. And I was there for them since the start, because I was collecting them since I just didn't get Moya for some reason. And then they came back with their fifth single, Miniskirt, and this is obviously it's iconic. They won their first #1 with this. The song charted really well. The concept was just really sexy, and it's even funny how you can even pull this, but it's put like that, so it's like, I guess, a little bit raunchy. But we know what you're doing, FNC. So this song was fantastic, and this is the era where they adopted Brave Brothers as their composer for their main title tracks. Yep. And then they had their first mini album finally, Short Hair, and this was a really, really good album from AOA. Short Hair was a fun track. But please listen to this. There's listen to Choyo and what's the other song that I really like in here? The fifth track. Listen to the fifth track. And this was like cute but sexy at the same time. So this was a fun era for AOA. Again, Short Hair did well on the charts. Then they came back with Sapun Sapun, or Like a Cat. And this is my second favorite AOA song. Well, at the moment, when this was really my favorite AOA song. And this is where they turned that upbeat. It's like, this is like a complete contrast, because this was a summer release and this was like a fall release. So the songs in this were much more sexier. And this mini album is really good. Really, it's just, and the title track is so good as well. I don't know how else to explain it, but please listen to their this mini. This is probably their second best mini album. And you got Jimin right there, and I like how they kept up with the packaging being the same for the since what's it called? Get Out, and then they got a hardcover finally with Heart Attack, and this is my favorite song from AOA, my favorite era from AOA. Again, this was a solid release. This is their peak release, their most popular song, and this is when I completely just put them as like within my top 5 favorite girl groups. I really enjoyed the concept. The Heart Attack is just so catchy, and I could listen to it. That was like my summer song basically. And then they took a long break because I thought they were going to come back after this, but they didn't, unfortunately. And they had a subunit with what was AOA Cream, and they released Good Luck. And unfortunately, this was after a scandal that they had, and this era was destined for greatness, but unfortunately it didn't meet the expectations. But this is their best mini album. It's just really, really good. Every song, 10 Seconds, Cherry Pop, Crazy Boy, all of these could have been singles. So Falls the Rain is my second favorite song from this. And the concept was just perfect. I thought it was perfectly executed, and there's 2 versions of this. I just have this version. And the main reason why I don't have every single version from AOA is because I just can't, it's really difficult to just afford to get everything, because then if I start getting it, then I'll be tempted to buy every single version. But this is the cover that I like more. And then last but not least, for Korean releases, I have their studio album, first full-length album in Korea, Angel's Knock. And this was a really good album that people have slept on. Excuse Me grew a lot on me, and Bing Bing was a fun little song. But this just a really good album. Hopefully they do make another comeback this year, and we'll see. And the last thing that I have from AOA, it would have been really good for FNC to include I'm Jelly Baby, or I think that's what it's called, the AOA Cream song in here. That would have been a great addition to this album, because it's just 10 tracks, and there's some of Japanese singles that are sung in Korean, so that would have been a fun thing to add to the album, but you can't do that now. And then last but not least, AOA's first studio album in Japan, Ace of Angels. And yeah, this is packed with hits, basically. Let me zoom in on here. So, Oh Boy, great song, and that's the concept that they have for this. That I really like that song. And then Japanese versions of Heart Attack, Elvis, Like a Cat. Oh, You Know That. It's a really good song. Mini Skirt. But this one's just packed with hits. I didn't really mind this one at the time that it was released, because it still didn't release a full-length album. And this is like a greatest hits, basically. And for this edition, it includes music videos for Mini Skirt, Like a Cat, Heart Attack, and Oh Boy. And then some Japanese promotional things in Tokyo. Yeah, and I made an unboxing of this if you're curious of what this looks like. It's just a jewel case, but I really love this concept, and the music video for Oh Boy was really fun. And yeah, so unfortunately, AOA with that scandal, it really affected their popularity. So I don't know how FNC is going to brand them, because Angel's Knock did not do that well. But I think they still brought it. They brought their A game. And Excuse Me, it's a growing song that the more you listen to it, the more you love it. So if you are one of those people that didn't like it at first, please give it a few more listens and you'll really like it. And yeah, that's it for my collection for AOA. I'm missing some of their second studio album in Japan, which I will probably buy near the end of the year or next year, because it's really expensive when they first come out. So I usually wait a little bit to save up to get those, because they're really expensive. And as for singles, I don't think I will be getting the singles unless there are some songs that are not featured on the full-length album that I really like. And again, it's for like money reasons, and the only group I can really make that exception for is like Girls' Generation or Donbanshinki, because they are like my number ones. But other than that, I don't think I'll be getting all the singles that they have in Japan, because it's just really, really expensive when they release 3 versions, and Japanese things are expensive regardless. It's for 2 songs, $13. I'm baffled. And it's on a jewel case, but that's for another video. Now I'm just ranting. But yeah, if you want an unboxing or something from AOA, or you're curious about a certain album, comment down below. Again, I mentioned this in every one of my collection videos. If you're curious about any other groups that I collect, just look through my channel. I'm making collection videos for every group that I've been basically following for 3+ years. So for some groups, it's 10, 13 or more albums. And for some groups, it's just like 5 or 6 albums. But yeah, if you're curious to see any of those, just look through my channel. Because at the very, very, very end, once I get to do videos for all the groups that I collect from, I'll make a compilation of pictures like I did for my complete collection of K-pop items for 2014 and 2015. And the reason why I didn't make one for 2016 was because I was too busy, and I have way too many albums for me to do all in one video. So I came up with this idea to just talk about each group, give them their own video, take a couple pictures, and then make that same style of video. So if you look forward to that as well, because I won't be making a video for every single group, because for instance, there's some groups that I just have 2 albums from, so I'll make a separate video for those, just all together, and then do that compilation of everything that is from every single group. But I wanted to make individual videos for groups that I have at least 4 or more albums from, and give some recommendations regarding music. Yeah, so if there's anything that you should listen to from AOA, is this, because it's their old stuff, Angel's Knock and Good Luck, which are extremely solid albums. And let me just include Like a Cat. Yeah, This Mini album is really good as well. And yes, so oh yeah, and then if you're planning to collect for AOA, start with the newer things, so like their sales increase as well. But since there's now a trend with it's always a trend. AOA, it's declining in sales, so I think they're going to make less copies of their older things. So like this, and this are going, they're going to be less copies of these singles. Of mini skirt, short hair, and like a cat. I think there's still copies of this, and these three plus the subunit are now out of print. So if you're planning to collect AOA, that's my advice. I don't know if I'll make collection starter type of videos, like recommendation, but that's like my only recommendations. Get their newer things first, so at least you have something, and then if you're wanting to get the more rare things, then buy those later on, because it's better to have more albums, in my opinion, or buy the one that you like the most first, than just spending all your money on one rare thing. You know, that's the trade-off that I do. I usually just try to buy the most recent things if it's a group that I've been following for a long time. But yeah, now I'm rambling, and now this video is really long. So yes, thank you guys for watching, and look forward to more collection videos. Bye.